Hello, everyone. Welcome to Movie Mandates, the show where my sister and I force each other to watch movies according to a monthly theme. I'm Andrew.
I'm Kelly. I'm joking. I'm
Are,
Kelly.
are you okay, though? I'm
Yes,
I'm okay. Baby Yoda.
baby Yoda.
Where was I?
So
I'm
you're Andrew. I'm Kelly.
part. Okay, here's the rest of mine. This month's theme is the Streisand effect, which means we're watching movies that exemplify a situation where someone's attempt to suppress information ends up drawing more attention to it. This could be the film's plot, or it could be a movie that itself received more attention than it would have otherwise if someone hadn't tried to censor it. Or we could be boring and mandate a movie starring Barbara Streisand, which is exactly what I did. Last night, my sister and you did watch it last night, right?
I did.
Okay, so my script is correct. Last night, my sister and I watched What's Up, Doc, a madcap comedy about a straight-laced scientist who is trying to mollify his overbearing wife while convincing a rich benefactor to fund his research while an absolute chaos gremlin inserts herself into his life, bringing with her a leopard. Wait, that's bringing up baby. Um,
Different Peter Bogdanovich film.
what? Shit, did he direct Bringing Up Baby too?
Did he not? He had to have.
I thought it was making like a really keen observation here.
Oh
Let's see. Now I have to pause the script and look at this. Uh, I don't see it. Let me see. Because that would have been like nearly 40 years earlier, right?
no.
Let's
No, I don't think he did. Okay.
No, it's Howard Hawks.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then you worked. You worked. I'm sorry. I interrupted your flow.
Okay. All right. So joke about this movie has the same plot of Bringing Up Baby. What's Up, Doc is a madcap comedy about a straight-laced scientist who is trying to mollify his overbearing wife while convincing a rich benefactor to fund his research when an absolute chaos gremlin inserts herself into his life, bringing with her a travel bag that looks like everyone else's.
It was really in that year.
Completely different movie. But before we discuss how tickled our funny bones were, since I mandated today's movie, it's only fair that Kelly gets to challenge me in a segment we call Trivial Trivia.
Yes. So our where's my notes? So our wonderful mayhem-filled lady who gets in the way, just
Our
not the one that
absolute
comes.
chaos gremlin.
Our chaos gremlin, you said it very well. Not the one that brings a big cat though. She has quite the resume, our lady. So this is the most un-movie trivia I will ever give you. Possibly. I actually can't promise that due to the
Uh-huh.
fact that we're not done. So I
Yep.
don't know what the
Yeah.
future holds. But I will say that this is
I peak early,
general.
then I stop trying.
Yeah, there you go. So this is our friend Judy Maxwell. I think
Oh,
that's her name.
yeah, her character in the movie, yeah.
Babsy,
Bads.
as she has stated, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. She went to eight different colleges to study eight different things. Um, so we're gonna test your knowledge on all the things that she went to college for. So she went
Oh,
to
you're not
Colorado.
gonna oh, you're not gonna ask me to recall all
Nope,
the eight
nope,
college.
nope,
Okay,
nope,
thank
nope,
God.
nope. She went to Colorado State
One was
and
the new
studied
math that's somewhere.
new math, new math. Colorado State, she studied political science.
Okay. Yeah.
So what are the three branches of government, brother?
Oh, in the US, yeah.
Yes,
The executive, the legislative, and the judicial.
excellent. She also went to Wellesley and studied advanced geology. Can you tell me the difference between weathering and erosion?
Huh. Well, I guess. I would have to guess.
But I
Um,
think you're going to be right because you know what both of them mean.
well, right. Weathering would be um, some type of change caused by actual weather, and erosion would be change caused by effects that are not necessarily weather, like landslides and floods and stuff is not weather. I'm not sure
Erosion,
how to categorize it properly.
no, it works. The biggest difference is erosion moves it. Weathering will
Okay, so weathering is changing an
changing it.
actual
Yep,
thing, and erosion is
the
moving shit,
movement.
which causes a change. So, okay.
Yep, that's the difference.
So a rock becoming pockmarked is weathering, and erosion is the rock rolling down the damn hill.
Correct.
Okay.
Cool. She went to Bennington and studied musical appreciation. I got this one wrong. I tested myself on all of these.
Hmm.
I got this one wrong. Let's see if you get it right. You know what's funny? Didn't write down the answer.
Whoops. Well,
I
I
do
didn't
know.
write down the answer because I don't know what it is.
Pretty sure I know the answer. How many black keys are on a standard piano?
Like a full 8-octave piano?
Like, yes, our 88 octave piano, our 8 octave piano that we have over here with
Um,
88 keys. Do you know how many of those keys are black?
no. On an 40?
Oh, I think it's 36.
Well, I mean there's five in an octave, it's 8 octaves, but it's like
It's 36. And
36. Okay.
I thought there were four. And so I was like, there's four in an octave, and I'm like, oh, there's five, and I was not seeing it in
So
my
yeah,
head, right?
the C
So I
sharp
was
and D
lower.
sharp,
Hmm.
F, G, and A sharp. Uh,
Yeah, I was.
those are the ones in the octave. The lowest key on a keyboard is A, I think is the A is A0 is the bottom, I think.
On a
So
keyboard.
yeah, so I forget where it ends though, because I only have a 5-octave keyboard, which is a C to C. So
Right.
I think like A0 is the lowest on a full 8-octave piano. So the first black key would be the second key on the keyboard. But I'm not sure exactly how far up it goes. I don't know what the last note is,
I'm like,
but
I can open it, but we'll do that later.
doesn't matter.
So musical appreciation. Then this one's hard, so I'm gonna ask so she went to Northwestern for comparative literature, which is complet, which I think complet is an extraordinarily weird and very involved uh major about how do you know about that what that major is? What complet is? It's
No more
literally
than the absolute very basics. I didn't
yeah,
take it.
it's such a weird sort of like it truly is the idea that you cannot words aren't enough to describe and describe anything, and you cannot use words to replace a lived experience type of thing. It's weird. Anyways, I'm just gonna ask my favorite question that comes from our I'm just going out on a limb on this one. Do you, brother, know what book has been translated uh in has been translated into the most? What book has been translated the most into different languages?
Would it be the Bible?
It would be the Bible. She went to Tuskegee Institute. This woman just went everywhere. For
Well, because she
archaeology.
kept blowing things up.
She did. She did. She did. So she went for
It's like,
archaeology.
why cause a fire? Well, usually explosions.
Yeah, that was her chemistry. We'll get there. So for archaeology, what is the most common object slash objects that are found at excavation dig sites for archaeologists?
Uh,
It's not a singular thing. That's why I said
Pottery,
objects. Yes, pottery and or broken pottery.
broken pottery, pieces of pot.
Pieces of pottery.
Usually, you know, you know, uh, pounds of dirt and rock, usually not great at perfectly preserving fragile
Yeah, right.
bits of
Like the
tables.
erosion, gentle erosion, gentle, gentle.
Gentle, gentle.
I was wrong. It's general semantics, which is the one that complet is just literature being compared in the languages and like how when it's translated
Oh,
into.
okay. I was gonna say, wow,
No,
complete is
general
nothing like
semantics.
what I thought it was.
Sorry, general semantics. I forgot about that one because it was below the fold, if you will. And I had never heard.
Okay.
I was like, and that's the one that is like you can't describe a real situation with just words because there's no. And I'm like, rude.
Speak for yourself.
I
I
have a great
don't
way
know. I
of
bet Judy Maxwell
speaking. No, I'm
could.
joking. Do you know what a dangling participle is?
It's a part of an element of structured English language. Could I define it? No.
Ah, I'm like, yes, and yes, and um,
I've
it's
looked it up and I've had it explained to me multiple times over my life, and then I immediately forget it.
the only reason I know what a dangling participle is because of what is that movie that
I'm
Sylvester
pretty
Stallone
sure
Oscar?
it's the way it's ending a sentence incorrectly.
It's when your subject is you don't have an actual subject. So what you're saying is like I didn't write down a sentence, but when it's nebulous that the action is who is doing the action because you don't actually have a subject. Um so let me see if I
Like,
like
run away. Who?
no, like more of hold on, let
Because
me
there's implied subjects. 'Cause the English language allows you to imply a subject
I'm gonna get
without
one.
outright stating it.
So
Gonna
after
beat you
playing
black and
here
blue.
we
That
go.
implies me is going
After
to be doing
playing
beating.
football, the laundry was done. So the laundry is not the
The
subject.
right. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I can see what's wrong with the sentence. So,
There you go. So
or
having a dangling,
problematic, potentially confusing
it's a
about
conf
the way that
yeah,
sentence.
it's
Yeah.
the misplaced like modifier. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
you're yeah. So that's what a dangling
Yeah,
participle
it's
is.
one of
And
those things that I'd recognize an issue looking at it, but
yes, but you
I,
wouldn't,
yeah, I haven't
yeah.
had a ton of formal instruction in sentence structure, syntax, and things like that.
Well, like
A
me,
lot of times I have to at work, a lot of our designers come to me for help with phrasing in error messages or when they're writing technical documentation so that it can be understood. And a lot of times I'll give them suggestions, but I'll have to actually go look up the reason for it because I'm not sure exactly what it's called. Why this, or sometimes someone will come to me. It's like, here's my thing. I know it sounds wrong. I don't know why. And I'll look at it and like, yeah, it's wrong. I don't know exactly why either. I
Yeah.
have to look up what the actual reason is.
Well,
So,
and I think that I like that. I just think that that's fine in that like as long as you know that there's something wrong with it and you're like this is not reading well how. I feel the same way about Excel. Like I know how to use Excel. I love Excel. And the point is I know what it can do. I still have to look up the formulas in order, but like I'm like I know I can make this turn red if I have a
yeah.
formula. I just need to look up all those.
Oh, conditional formatting. That's right.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
well,
Oh,
what is
there
the
we go.
thing I need to do the tables with
What is
the
a V lookup?
X? Right. Yeah, VLOOKUPs, pivot tables, things like that. It's like, I don't know.
All right.
Awkward.
So after general semantics at University of Chicago, if I didn't say that, she went to Texas A&M for veterinary medicine. Who is the prettiest kitty?
Olivia?
Yeah. And then she burnt down some lab practicing chemistry. And they don't
Anyone who's
say the
not getting the
school.
joke, Olivia is Kelly's kitty.
Oh.
In case you were wondering.
They're like, okay.
Uh, yeah.
Uh, and my prop is not here. Or else I would be like, pretty kitty. Um, so the last one is chemistry. Don't know where she went. She didn't tell us. But she did burn it down, so good on her. Um, okay, brother. What kitchen staple, when mixed with water, can be used to flawlessly clean your windows and mirrors with a streak-free shine, even if it does leave your house smelling of Easter eggs?
Vinegar?
Yep. And that is what I use
Water and
on
vinegar?
water and vinegar. We have a
Just
spray
don't
bottle.
accidentally spritz your cat with that. And
So
no,
the
bad. Get out of the plant.
it's
Spritz, spritz.
it says on the bottle I had to write cleaning and then a frowny face on it so that it was like
And a picture of a cat with a circle and a slash through it.
very specific. This is our cleaning product.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. But Peter Bogdanovich did Noises Off, you know. That's how I know
Oh,
him
okay.
most. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. But I thought but yeah, I guess he wouldn't have because Bringing Up Baby, when was Bringing Up Baby?
Oh, like 50 or something? I don't know. Let me let's see.
Yeah, and he was,
Oh Jesus, 38. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, that
he
was
was
young
not
Cary
born.
Grant.
So he wasn't born yet,
Yeah.
Pete. I suck. I thought it was later too. For some reason, I thought it was later. I don't know why. I knew it was Hepburn. I just didn't.
Yep.
Oh, Catherine. Okay.
And it's great too. I really
I know it's on the
like
list. I know.
oh, you haven't seen it? Yeah,
I
it's
know.
good. It's actually interesting to compare um the to do a literature comparative between the Chaos Gremlin that is Katharine Hepburn's character in Bringing Up Baby and Streisand's character in What's Up, Doc? Because they're both Chaos Gremlins, but they're Chaos Gremlins in two completely different ways.
Yeah.
Streisand is very deliberate and directed. She's doing
Oh,
what she's
yes.
doing on purpose. Hepburn is just completely hapless and is doing everything on, well, in the beginning of the movie anyway, is on accident. Uh, Streisand's character sees
What she wants and goes after it.
Howard,
Unlike
Howard,
Ryan O'Neal.
yeah, he's like Howard, and she's like, I'm going to pester that
Mine.
guy. Yep, mine, mine. Whereas Katharine Hepburn, if I'm remembering the movie correctly, she just kind of accidentally meets Cary Grant on a golf course, I think, and just accidentally plays his ball. And he's like, "The hell are you doing?" She's like, "What? Leave me alone, weirdo." And he's like, "That's my ball." She says, "This is my ball. Well, I never. I'm leaving." And she gets in his car and tries to start driving away. He's like, "You can't leave." And she says, "What makes you think I can't? It's my car." "No, it's not. Get off of my car."
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
She's just not playing with a full deck there.
All
Whereas
right.
Streisand's character always has
Full deck.
control of the situation at all times.
Yep.
Um,
Quite the full deck, in fact.
yeah, yeah. So
But
you'd seen this before?
so here's the thing. I don't think I have.
I thought I'd seen this before.
I thought I did, and when I was watching it, zero pings.
Hmm.
And so I was like, what movie did I
Am I
think
confusing it with another Babs movie?
yeah, and I think I should have looked up what the one it is that I'm confusing it with. Oh, wait, hold on. Uh, and I think it has the word bananas in it.
Uh, hmm. Can't think
Yeah,
of what it is.
yeah, I can't either, so I'm just gonna think about it for a moment. And it's like, because it was like a heisty kind of movie. Uh,
Huh.
but yeah, I can't think of what it was, and I'm thinking it's not Streisand. So,
Hmm.
oh, maybe it's Take the Money and Run. Why did I think it was What's Up, Doc? I don't know. I don't think I saw it.
Oh,
I
okay.
There was not much that made me go, I've seen this. But yeah, so I've seen it now.
Yeah, I have too. I also I knew going into it, I knew broadly that it was a well-regarded one of Streisand's films.
Yes, yes,
I knew it was supposed to be just very funny. And I knew it was a homage of some sort to screwball comedies of the like 40s. That's about all I knew about it. I didn't even know the general. I didn't know it was one of those um people have the same bag and they mix it up at the airport kind of movies
right.
like Oscar or
Oh yeah, I love
any other
Oscar.
movie that does that.
Yeah.
There's like a ton of them and I can think of none of them other than Oscar. Um but yeah, that was I think that was only two bags. And this one was four bags. Four people have the same damn bag.
And they're all on the same
And they're
floor.
all on the same floor. Oh my gosh. This movie, this movie was 1972, maybe 72, yeah. 1972. And even by the standards of 2026, in our high speed, low attention span, TikTok and social media addled brain having state of being, this movie moves and never stops
Nope.
moving and doesn't stop to catch its breath to the point where I actually had to pause this movie about half an hour in and take a break because I was like overstimulated. Because I was like, Jesus, movie, relax, take a breath. Because I was like, oh my God, this movie just went. I think the only time it takes a breath is at the court scene at the end of the movie. That's about the only time it
Yeah,
slows
that's the
down.
end.
And that's the end of the movie, essentially. There's one scene after that, but and interestingly, I think the weakest part of the film. Um, although I don't think the guy who plays I'm assuming he was at the time a well-known
I,
comedic actor. I don't recognize him. Um, but I think the movie thinks he's funnier than I do
I
because
agree.
I thought the setup was funny. I just didn't think it was as funny as the movie seemed to think it is. Killer punchline on that whole scene, though.
I mean, I guessed it from the beginning. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be dad. Like
That's the only reason
immediately.
she could be hiding.
Well, I knew before she even went in there, and he's like, I just want a nice, quiet night. I'm like, that's gonna be dad. That's gonna be dad.
Mhm.
That's what's gonna happen. And then she was hiding, and I'm like, fully, fully, fully the father.
Judy, hi, Daddy.
Hi,
I'm like,
daddy.
all right, that's good.
So,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I don't think I think this movie would play like gangbusters to a modern audience. It's not too slow. It's very funny. Um, I'm also really impressed by also I had no idea Madeline Kahn was in this movie, let alone this was apparently her
And introducing
debut.
Madeline
Yeah.
Kahn, I was so excited.
Yeah,
And
me
she
too.
knocked it out of the park. And it wasn't even a small role. It was a
No,
meaty.
no, no. A bunch of people I recognized. Randy Quaid, of course. Very young Randy Quaid. Looks like he's like 20 or something like that. But the guy who plays the would-be benefactor, I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. The only thing I could think of though is he plays the first lawyer that Ralph Macchio and his friend
Yeah.
might go
Oh,
with,
yeah.
other than Joe Pesci and My Cousin Vinny.
Yep. That's exactly. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Ah, he's a tough one. Yeah. So a
Ah,
lot of good folks. Um, what I find impressive about the movie is because of the way Streisand's character works as a chaos gremlin, as opposed to how Katharine Hepburn's version works that I described earlier, it would be so easy for the Judy Maxwell character to come off as super annoying or
yeah.
as like an outright villain that you don't want to root for.
Yep.
Likewise, Madeline Kahn's character could easily come off as someone you just want to chuck out the nearest window or, stab with a spork, right? Playing the overbearing control freak fiance. But both of them, the character kind of reminds me, in a way, of
Madeline
what was
Kahn
it?
or
Madeline Kahn. Reminds me a bit of, I think it was Idina Menzel's character in Enchanted, where she
yeah,
plays the other woman,
yeah.
and it's like, but she's not a bad person. She's the
No.
wrong person for this,
Yes.
but it's like, I want her to have a happy ending too. She's
Yeah.
not a bad person. She's just the wrong person.
I'm really anal retentive, guys. Like, and it took a man who spends most of his time out of state to deal with me.
My ideal man is one who is not here very often. Um,
Um,
I
yes,
mean, Eunice, is that her? Yeah, Eunice.
Eunice, which let me tell
Eunice.
you, that was like my favorite. Where's my thing? When she goes to the dinner soiree, whatever, and she's passing herself off as Eunice,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh,
Ryan
Barbara
O'Neill.
Streisand passes herself off as Howard's fiance.
Yes.
She just grabs her name
Yeah,
badge
she
and
just
walks in.
grabs the name tag and there she is. She's now Eunice. Um, and
Crazy.
I love that he Burnsy, and I love that he comes to the table and he sees her and he's like, you, and she's like, Eunice, and he's like, "But how?" And she's like, Howard, because that's his name. And I was like, that's so good. That's just so good. Like,
You
it's a
know,
very smart moment. I liked it a lot.
really well written. One of the I also like the guy who plays the rival scientist who is a rival for the grant money or whatever it is. Um
I know him from something too. Like
I've
he's,
seen him in
yes.
stuff too.
I don't know
Kenneth
his name.
Mars. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I've
I've
seen
seen
him in
him.
other stuff, but
Yeah.
I appreciated the fact that
Oh,
um he is particularly for an early 70s movie. I was afraid that his flamboyance, his exaggerated flamboyance would be played as a queer stereotype, and it's not. He's foreign.
yeah.
But, and I was also thinking, is this offensive to wherever the hell he's supposed to be from? But and I don't know, but I get the sense that he's no more offensive than like the Swedish chef from the Muppets. You know, it's just so silly that I don't know that
Fair.
I'm gonna guess that he's because I think because for me he's funny because he's silly, not because he's whatever nationality he's supposed to be.
Right, right. And I think that his nationality is so nebulous. Like I think that
I'm
the
pretty sure
accent.
whatever I'm pretty sure he's making up the accent.
Yes, exactly. And
I
I
don't
think
think
that
that's
that's
real.
smart. And I think that that's
Yeah.
good and smart because then I think that that kind of saves them from any sort of,
Mhm.
oh, we just don't like the Greeks. I don't know. Like I actually don't know what that accent even would sound like.
There's only two things I hate: people who are intolerant of others' culture and the
And the
Dutch.
Dutch. Um I like
Oh my, oh
when
my God,
Babsy
Austin
goes,
is Austin Powers like 30 years old now?
no, because I didn't oh God, maybe.
It's like 1997, wasn't it?
How old am I? I'm so old. Um oh, and then when she, like the foreign dude and she goes, has anyone ever told you how sexy you are? And he goes, well, no. And she goes, yeah, and it's never gonna happen either. And
Uh,
no one ever will, or whatever she
whatever.
says.
My one of my favorite jokes is fairly early on in the movie where Madeline Kahn is coaching her uh
Fiance?
hapless fiance,
So hapless. Good
her
Lord.
hapless and socially awkward fiance. It's like it's like, okay, now when you meet the Grant guy, what are you going to say to him? He's like, well, I mean, hi, my name is Howard, nice to meet you. She's like, no, anyone could say that. And he's like, well, anyone
Anyone
could say
named Howard?
Howard. Yeah, it's one of my favorite jokes in the movie.
And
Um,
it's an aside. Like he kind of
yeah,
is like, well, anyone named Howard. And
this,
I was like, that was really good. That
yeah,
was, yeah.
this is one of, it's like what I was talking about last week. I th did, what's his face write it too? Pete,
Yes, he did. Pete
uh,
did.
well, he's not credited, at least not here. Buck Henry,
It
Dave Newman, and Robert Benton.
it said in the unless he produced and directed because there were two credits at the end when it said something and directed by Peter
Huh.
Bogdanovich. So it wasn't
Um,
just directed. I think he was.
well, the this is definitely another example of writers who love language. Like I was talking
Yes.
about with Eggers last week with
Yes.
Lighthouse. They just have fun with phrasing. And it's just a joy to listen to all the way through. Even of course, a lot of the visual gags work. One of the first gags in the entire movie is the pizzeria thing where uh Barbara Streisand walks up and is just kind of watching a guy flipping a pizza, and he flips and it doesn't come down, and he looks up at it and she's like, and they both look at each other, and he like kind of crawls up on the counter and starts reaching. I'm like, oh my God, this just keeps going. It's so funny. Um
The pane glass had
oh,
the best payoff.
the yes. Uh there's a
This
car chase,
movie,
like a 10-minute long car chase
oh
at the end
my,
of the movie. Uh, I shit you not. Uh, Definitely top five as far as car chase, car action sequence goes.
so good. Edge of your seat. I'm like,
My
people
butt
are
was
going to
clenched
die.
throughout this
Yes,
entire thing. And I think part of it was made in the early 70s where we don't have digital compositing. So I'm
correct.
like, and now they are doing things like depth of field
Yes.
cheats and speed ramping and stuff like that. But I'm like, oh my God, people are gonna die
And when
for
he like jumps on the bike and then couldn't get on and then
slid
jumps
right
again,
up.
I'm like, that is a very, very highly paid actor that you're about to break his ankles. Do you know who he
Oh,
is? That is Ryan O'Neal.
don't worry, we shot that last.
Yeah, basically, they're like, if either Babs or he go down, it's the
Yeah,
last spot.
there's a scene there's another scene where uh Streisand's character is out on a hotel ledge. There's another thing about the movie where nothing feels cruel because Ryan O'Neal's character basically pushes her out the window and
Yes.
keeps her out there on the 17th floor of a hotel building, and it never feels cruel because it's never, even when she loses her balance and
Yeah.
is hanging there, she's she the way she plays
In
it,
a
like
towel.
it's just kind of an inconvenience. Yeah, because she's dressed in a bath towel, but she's never in any actual danger.
Right.
She's not panicked. It's just inconvenient, and it's cold out there, and a
Yeah.
pigeon might poop on her or something. But yeah, that bit where she's hanging off the ledge, there's a wide shot. I'm like, they put a stunt person in a towel and dangled him off the side of a building.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what they did. But
Also, the rooms are 712, 714, 717, and stuff like that, but that one shot that stares straight down, that's only like 5 or 6 floors.
yeah, it's
That's
not
not
that high.
17
It's not
floors.
that high. Yeah, I noticed that too.
Low
Um,
ceilings in this hotel.
they're very short back in the
Oh,
70s.
speaking of visual humor, the old lady who owns the bag that has the jewels in it, um the one of the guys is like, all right, you just have to delay her while I'm up in a room
Oh my
snooping around,
God.
and he's like, okay, I'm on the, and this is this little old lady, and he goes up to her and he just trips her ass onto the floor,
I was,
and then she
he's
gets up
like,
and he trips her
he's
again.
like, how? And he's
My
like,
God.
use your charm or use your, he's like, however he says it, but he's like,
Yeah,
use charm, I think.
charm or
And he's like,
something.
okay, what do I, what? And she starts walking and he just full on just clotheslines her. And you're like, oh my God. And then he continues to do that.
All the way, apparently all the way up the elevator, because later they come out of the elevator and he's still tripping her as she's trying to make her way down the hallway to her room.
And the guy's coming out of her room and just like kind of goes on the wall next to them and is like, well, she didn't see me. I'm like, this is crazy. Um, the the only gag that I did not like and it annoyed the Ever Love Anatomy, and I know I could feel how happy everyone in the movie and Bogdanovich and everyone were. They were like, "Yes, this is hilarious." Was those damn golf clubs. I don't understand why he needed them. Like, if you're gonna tail
Well, he didn't.
someone,
He
well,
kept
and
dumping
that's the
some people
thing.
so
So, like,
heavy.
he goes to tail the guy. Like, it was the one thing in the movie that I'm like, I can't stand it. And he always had. I'm like, I can recognize him by his face. You don't need to be like, this is this guy because remember the golf clubs. Like, maybe because they had so many people, they
The
needed.
one guy who had like the secret agent guy who's stealing national secrets or whatever, he had this where he'd
Yeah,
chew on his thumb. I'm like, did you think that that particular actor was just so bland that we wouldn't be able to recognize him?
I, I, I
I
was
thought that was an odd choice.
I was thinking like that they each kind of had to have their own like just in case because it moves fast. It doesn't, linger a lot. So
Well, I
maybe,
thought a lot of the physical humor with him constantly dumping clubs because he keeps following this guy up the hills of which San Francisco has
oh
many,
yeah.
and trying to get into a car into a taxi and catching the clubs on everything. I thought that was funny, but
But I'm
yeah,
like, why you're tailing him? Like you're gonna draw attention to yourself. But anyways, that
well,
was
it's a joke.
and then I
I
for
also loved where uh, Judy and Howard are at the banquet with Madeline Kahn's outside trying to get in. And she's like, "Oops, I dropped my napkin." And she goes under the table and starts talking to him. And then everyone gets their heads under the table, starts talking. And the head waiter is like,
yes.
"Dude, Frank, what kind of wine are you serving?" Because and it shows a shot of six people sitting around a table with their heads under the tablecloth. It's like
Oh
just
my
oh,
gosh.
so damn.
It's the funniest thing.
And
And he,
I also love where they're the last ones in the banquet hall and he's trying to get her to go away and she's like, "All right, fine." And he walks her to the door and she's laying in the door and still talking to him. And he's like finally gets her to go away and he turns around, and he starts taking off his shirt and he realizes this is not his room, he's still in the banquet hall. He's like,
yeah, yeah. I also like that he's like, "You're different." And she's like, "I know, I'm trying to work on that. I'd like to be the same." And he's like, "The same as what?" And I laughed because I was like, I knew what she was. He's like, "You're different." She's like, "I'll try to be the same." It really is. It's one of those movies that it's so hard to talk about because you just want to be like, and this
it's
was
hard
funny,
talking
and
about
this is
comedies because
funny,
you're just like,
and this is
remember
funny.
when this happened? Oh, like
Um, she
I hope
is,
in the car chase sequence,
yeah,
the bit where they drove the cars down the stairs, I hope that was a set and not like actual part of San Francisco because they tore the shit out of those steps. Those looked
right?
like
And it
stone
looked,
or concrete steps or
yeah,
something, and they beat those steps are permanently marred. So hopefully that was like a backlot set or something and not
I hope
actually part
so.
of San Francisco. Although
I hope so.
that one famous switchback place
Yes,
in San
that's San
Francisco,
Francisco because that's
I've seen that in
famous.
a dozen movies,
Yeah,
but I have never seen it that full bloom.
I know.
I was like, oh my
Truly.
God, it's gorgeous.
It was
I,
really pretty.
I've never seen that many flowers in
Yeah.
that it's got a name. I don't remember what it is. Yellow.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Oh,
Um,
uh,
she is so gorgeous. I forget, like, I don't,
Eisen, yeah.
oh my God, she's so gorgeous. Her skin is flawless. Her voice is like at the be even when like the movie
When I
started,
started the movie, I was like, is this going to be a musical? And then it started with a song. I'm like, I guess so. And then they just figure out she's front and back and one excuse to sing something, well, half of something
have something in the middle,
in the
yeah.
middle, but
Um,
so not
but
really a musical, but it's like you've
no.
got Barbara Streisand and have her sing something.
Yeah, and so she sings I forget what she sings over the beginning, but she sings
Uh, You're a
the
top, I'm a bottom, something
oh
like
wait,
that.
does she sing the same song over the beginning that she does over the end,
Yeah,
only at the end it's with oh, okay,
yeah.
so
The lyrics are slightly different because
it's from
I know
Anything
Neil.
Goes. It's from Anything Goes. It's
Oh, is it?
um
Okay.
you're the top, you're the cat's pajamas. You're
I
the
figured it.
top,
I didn't
you're
think
the
it was an original song, but I
yeah, it's a duet between Reno is the entertainment on the boat and like her friend, the guy that ends up marrying the other girl. But anyways, yeah, so the I forgot that, yeah, she sings it, but I was like listening to it up front and I'm like, "God, her voice, I mean, there's just nothing like it. There's just nothing like it. And never it's so, like everything about her is beautiful. Her hair is beautiful, her skin is beautiful, her face is beautiful, her voice is beautiful. That outfit she wore at the beginning with the bell-bottom jeans and that red shirt,
Hat.
I'm like, I want that. I want that outfit. I want to be you for Halloween, and no one would get it, but I'd be happy. I'd be super happy. Um, yes, this is all true. Um, I do love the old woman. So the old woman, one of
Uh,
the,
the one that guy kept tripping, right?
yeah, because there's one that has top secret documents. There's
Yeah.
one that has jewels. There's
Hmm.
one that has his stones. And then
Right.
the other one
And
has
then
her underwear,
hers
basically,
is
her
her
clothes.
in a
Yeah.
book.
And a dictionary.
Oh, right, right, right.
Um, But so those are the cases, and the lady that has all the jewels, she comes into the hotel, which apparently she's been at this hotel several times. She's a regular. And she comes up and she's like, "Hans, oh Hans." And he's like, "Oh, Fritz." And she's like, "Well, whatever happened to Hans?" And he goes, "Nope, there's no Hans, just me, Fritz." And she goes, "Oh, that's a shame."
He's like, dude. This is one of the few movies where I'm like, you know what? I wish I had someone here to watch it with. This movie is probably an absolute blast.
I
I
was
really
done.
enjoyed it, but I bet
I
this movie
enjoyed
is
it.
an absolute kick with
And I watched it alone. Because
a
Fushi's
person.
he's back at school and like, so he's been busy. And of course, my other's out of town, as I had mentioned before. Um,
Where he
but
belongs.
where he belongs, distance makes the heart grow fonder. And boy, is my heart fond of him.
Yep, fond,
So
but could be
happy.
fonder.
It couldn't be fonder. Yes, this is all true. But there was one more. The fight scene at at the end when they're at
The Grant guy's house.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a few moments that are strange, whatever, but like,
I thought that one of the strangest thing that actually kind of worked for me is they didn't do an action score. It was still kind of like
yeah, it was just, yeah,
elevator music. I mean,
yeah,
just kind
but
of
like,
casual music where people are running around, falling over tables, throwing guns all over the place. And
it was really well choreographed.
it was
And
surprisingly well, and
it
some really good stunt work too.
beautifully choreographed, and like long shots. So like so you like, not long far away, but like duration.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot of timing, a lot of choreography, a lot of like, I mean, it was a fight scene that works in a comedy like this because it is just as, I'll hit you, like I'd wind up and then you duck and I hit you and then you fall back, and like they were hitting the wrong people, and like
It's
so
almost a Three Stooges routine.
it
Yeah.
was in I was laughing. I almost need I'm like, I need to rewind this because that one guy, when he started he's like, he hit the wrong person and he hit the wrong person, and then I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, I don't even know who half of you guys are, but this is hilarious.
You
But yeah,
know,
I was so impressed. And because I know, kind of like what you said earlier, I know when it was made. Definitely, like, there's some injuries that are, I'm like,
yeah, it's
I
like
mean,
I hope no one got killed or super hurt.
the amount of cars that, like,
Because yeah, because I'm wondering how many of these because cars do smack into each other, and I'm like, I wonder if that was intentional or not.
from the beginning of the movie, cars are smacking into each other because she
Yeah,
just walks across the street and like doesn't
and they're
look.
like really good stunts, and I'm like, damn,
Yes.
that is that's difficult to do.
The very first one with the two bikes, like she went in the crosswalk and like all of a sudden right next to her. And I was like, they hit and the men go flying off the motorbikes. And I
Yeah.
was like, that, oh, was that supposed to happen? Or did they just keep that in?
Yeah,
It was, yeah, it was pretty impressive. But it really is an interesting, like, taking a step back it's and just like, looking at from that, far angle lens, it's such an interesting thing to have a woman, um, or have a character, but this happens to be a woman that, like you said, truly could be looked at as like annoying and like you're breaking up a relationship, you're doing all that, like you're really bad, but like that's not ever anything that like enters. And because it's, the silver screen, we also don't look at the whole like, you know the poisonous, like, she's kind of stalking him. And like, yeah, yeah, that whole trope of,
Yeah, I think it's
I'm gonna wear you out until you like me.
yeah, I think it's partially um a combination of just the heightened reality of how this world's presented to us,
Yes.
and also just really smart direction and performances by the cast.
Hmm. But
Uh,
I agree with you that it is.
especially the main three, Streisand, Madeline
So
Kahn,
good.
and Ryan O'Neal. Um, all three of those parts with different actors could have easily been despised. The character,
Oh
the audience
yeah.
could have just despised any or all three of them, just as awful, unlikable people. But you really, Madeline Kahn, especially, when Streisand sends her to the wrong address,
My
and it's
God.
this old building out in the middle of nowhere where no one's around. I was clenching my butt cheeks again. I was fearing for her safety. I was fearing for whoever the actor was walking up those
Up
stairs
those
because it looked
steps.
like they were going to collapse. And then she walks into this dilapidated building that looks like it's going to fall apart. I'm like, Madeline, run, Madeline, run, Madeline, run. What are you doing? Turn around and leave. You know?
I know. It's crazy. And I love that. And but like she walks in on like people torturing a guy and she's like, "What are you doing with my man's case?" Because like she thought he had the rocks. Because again, everyone has the same suitcase. And she's I it you can it's fun to watch and see like the introducing Madeline Kahn, and just to be like, absolutely, like, so like she went places for a reason because she is so, and
Why does
she
she
has a
wear a
great
wig that's the
ending.
same as her own hair?
She wears a wig that's the same color as her own hair. I know, I love that. But she also gets a happy little ending, which is
Yeah.
a lovely thing, which Indina
Which is
Menzel
another
gets.
thing that kind of reminded me a bit of
Yes.
Idina Menzel's character in Enchanted.
Yes, which is nice because Adina gets to be
Yeah.
a storybook character. And she gets the music guy, and he's like, I love being bossed around. It's like, great, fantastic. Arthur Pendleton or whatever the hell's his name. I don't know his name. I think that's
Austin
his
Pendleton.
Oh, Austin. Okay, I was like, I think that's his name in My
Pretty
Cousin
close.
Vinny, but apparently that's his real name. Um, but yeah, I can't. When he came up on screen, it was so funny because I had thought it was like an older movie for a moment, like, just even though I knew when it was, and know how old Barbra Streisand is, so it can't be that. But like he came up and I was like, how old is that guy? And I'm like, Kelly, this is only only the 70s, darling. It's okay. But dark black hair, that was a weird. I wouldn't have assumed that. But yeah, I like when Madeline Kahn comes in and she's like, "Why are your rocks in the bathroom?" And he's like, "That I cannot answer."
Yeah, he's making excuses, and she catches him and he's like, got nothing.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I can't tell you why they're in there.
Oh,
That's
yeah, you know, one thing that caught my attention is I have never seen this in any hotel. I don't know if no one does this anymore, but the door within a door for, I guess, if you send out for dry cleaning, they can just put your dry cleaning in a little closet
yeah,
inside your
I
front door that can be accessed from either side of the door,
I
which is
feel
kind of neat.
I feel as if
Never
I've
seen anything like that before.
seen that in another movie, but
Hmm.
I've never witnessed that in life or in any hotels now definitely don't. I go to several hotels a year, so like No, hotels now don't have that, but they do have laundry services. Like you can send out for
Yeah.
laundry, but it has nothing. There's no door
Yeah, they'll
thing.
probably just put it in your room because they have master keys and stuff. But this is a
That,
nice way. It's like if you're in there, they can just put it in the little
yeah, it is.
double-sided door thing in the door, and
Yeah, it is kind
that's
of
actually
cute.
kind of neat.
Yeah,
Never seen that before.
yeah. I didn't know at first when she put it in there. I was like, "Where is that?"
What
And
is
then
that?
when
Yeah.
because I thought that that's what that was, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Is that?" I thought that was the front door. Where did she just put that? Am I
Yeah,
backwards?
I'm like, is that a closet door? No, that's the front. Wait, what's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was also really. I was like, I'm confused. And then
I
when
think
he,
that's another thing that really helps sell Streisand's character as not just purely an antagonist that we'd be against, because she doesn't
yeah,
mean to rip his jacket, and
no,
she does sew it back up and put it
and
in a
then
little
sends it
dry
out.
cleaning
Yeah,
bag and hang it in his closet, and
yeah.
then charges food to his room, but
It's fine. It's fine. She was hungry. She wanted a roast beef sandwich that I don't think she ever got to eat.
yeah. So
Um,
did she just decide to take a nap on a piano under a sheet?
was she like knowing he was gonna come up there because he got
It
like
couldn't
that
have.
was
He got evicted and he was supposed to go down to the lobby and he just ended up going up instead on accident. But
right, but I wonder if she like
did she
set
know?
that.
Did she call the elevator to intercept him? Who
Who
knows? Who
knows? It's
cares?
fine. But yeah, I do love that she was on a piano under a sheet, which you knew was gonna
Yeah, I
happen
mean, yeah.
when he like
That's a Streisand shaped lump right there.
well, and also when he like bumps into it and it goes, "Brr," like he makes the piano sound, and I was like, oh well, we're gonna get a song
Yeah.
because I know who's
And
in your
not.
movie.
Yeah.
I know who's there. Yeah, they falls in loves. But yeah,
I also, as far as a final kiss goes, I have never seen
I'm
one staged like that where two people are in an airplane, one seated behind the other, and the other leans the seat back further than I've seen any airplane seat ever be able to tilt back, but and then, leans back in his chair and they kiss that way. I'm like, I've never seen that before, so kudos.
yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I was like, oh, that's cute. Yeah, no, it was just fun. Like there's no, like we have shared nothing of the plot or what's going you know what? Just let's talk about
Hard
our
to talk.
favorite
It's kind of
moments.
like when we talked about the lost skeleton of cadaver.
Oh
Just
my God.
just quote all the funny stuff from the movie.
That
It's hard to
movie.
talk about these movies because it's always like, and this part where this happened. Yeah, I have
Oh
no
my God.
context, but it was
That
funny.
movie still is up there, man. So good. That movie is so good. Last Skeleton.
I, as a man of science,
Yeah. I'm married. I'm a wife of a man of science. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
wow.
What made you choose What's Up, Doc, as opposed to, I mean, you know, a Streisand like musical or
Well, actually, I didn't know it was me. I could have guessed that there's going to be at least some songs in it,
sure, sure.
but
But like Funny Girl and,
I've
like
seen.
that one.
Um,
Oh, okay.
so I wanted to pick something that I hadn't seen. And I had always heard What's Up, Doc was one of the most well-regarded of her filmography. It was one I hadn't seen, and I also knew it was some type of homage to the screwball comedies of
Yeah,
the
okay.
40s, which I'm also a fan of, although particularly from movies with that I actually watched I started and gave up on a screwball comedy from like the 50s or something. I think it's called the Palm Beach Story. And I appreciated the craft and the joke writing, but I just couldn't stand any of the characters because they're all of the era in some of the most distasteful and unfun ways. A
Yeah.
lot of those movies, even the fun ones, kind of ride that line, like His Girl Friday. Um, that one's butts right up against the line of I don't like these people. They just
Yeah.
kind of suck. Um, But there's a bunch of them that are just charming and lovely and a lot of fun, and it's really only uh, having particularly more modern views on misogyny and sexism and racism that um, are I can look at a movie and understand it's of the time, but only to an extent. Like I can watch older movies and go, yeah,
Right.
that's unfortunate,
Yeah.
but still like the movie. But then there's other stuff where like some characters are just such sexist shitheads that I'm like, I just can't get into this. These people just suck so much that I'm not enjoying watching their adventures. Um,
Yeah.
I think we kind of had that problem with Fun with Dick and Jane, where Dick and Jane just both sucked.
They did.
You know,
They just both
it's
sucked.
like
Yeah.
I liked the premise of the movie, but I just didn't like either character.
Yeah.
They're just like, screw both of these people. I hope they go to jail.
Yeah, and just bad choice. Yeah, I'm like, ugh. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of theirs. Um, yeah, I actually think that What's Up Doc is like one of the AFI on an AFI list of I don't know if it's on the top 100, but I know it's on
I'm
comedies. It's on their
Yeah,
comedy
it's
list.
probably on one. I don't think it's top 100. I would not be surprised if this is
But
on
it's
one
on,
of their
yeah.
other sub lists,
Yes.
comedies
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
But
Have
yeah,
you ever seen any of this I haven't seen her being Babs Star is Born. Have you seen that one?
no,
Have you seen any?
I was just going to say there's at least four of those movies, and I'm pretty
I've
sure I've
only
not
seen the
seen
latest
any.
one.
Yeah,
I've only
I don't think I'm pretty sure I've not I was going to be like I'm gonna do a marathon and watch all of these. Like I did with Moulin Rouge at one point, and I was like, holy shit, these are all completely different movies.
yeah.
Like the two Scarface movies, completely different movies. Star is Born, I have no idea. I have not watched any of them. So,
Yeah, I'd like to see hers.
mhm.
Well, because it's her and Chris Christopherson.
Yeah,
Um, I think that's the one who's with her.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds right, but I don't know. Um, yes, very nice, very
All
nice.
right. Well, this is up there. This is one of my favorite of this type of movie. I really liked it.
It is
And
so
again, that's the top five car chases. Oh my gosh, that's I am surprised I have not heard this. You know, you always hear stuff like French Connection, Blues Brothers, Italian Job,
good. Yep,
movies
yep.
like that, maybe one of the Fast and Furious movies. I'm amazed that
So
What's Up
good.
Doc is not mentioned in
I
car chase, car action sequences of all time. Because man, oh man,
and the payoff with the pane of glass, like I
and the guy on the that
and the
poor guy
guy on the
on the
ladder
ladder
the whole time,
just
you're
kind of
like,
stand there. I hope no one hits me. I
I
was
know.
like,
It's like so scary. And then they hit the ladder and he's the one that hits
he
the glass.
falls through the
And
front.
I'm like,
Like, yeah, yeah,
yes,
that was a
yes,
well-conceived sequence.
so good. It was so good. Oh man, yeah, yes, I'm gonna have to share this one with others because unfortunately I don't know if I can because we're boys, but whatever. So,
Yeah. All right. Well,
ah.
Streisand Effect month continues. So, what are you mandating?
So there's a little movie that
There's
ha
two of
came
them now.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out 2 years ago. Um,
Okay. Probably
yeah, it
not a
did.
Streisand vehicle.
No, it is not. But it has a Streisand effect, and we're gonna watch it.
Well,
Because
I'm glad it's related to the monthly theme somehow.
because truly, I have no idea, and I mean this. I have zero idea what this movie is about.
Okay.
I've never seen a preview. I don't know anything about it. I just know that Alec Baldwin accidentally shot a man.
Oh, yep. Okay.
So we're gonna watch Rust.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's
And that's why I thought we were going to pick the same one because I'm like, there's only one movie I know of lately that I would never have heard of this movie ever if it weren't for the fact that there is
I
some
mean, generally
drama.
the Streisand effect is someone wants you to not think about this movie. I mean,
Eh,
they kind of want you to think about the movie because they want you to go see it, but they don't want you thinking about it. Was not what
yeah,
this was certainly not some marketer going like, you know what?
you know what we could do?
Kill somebody.
Yeah,
That's going to get a
we
lot of eyeballs. Everyone's going to want to see it now.
right, right. But I have a feeling that sadly, that's the only because again, I've never seen a preview. So like
Oh,
they
yeah.
I don't know anything about this
Hmm.
movie. So for me, it's
Is it
like
a
the only thing
Western?
you it
I think
is.
it's a Western.
It is a Western. And the only reason I know that right now at this moment is because I have it on my screen and there's a hat. And I'm like,
There's
well,
a
that
hat.
there looks like a
That's a
Western.
Western hat if I ever did see one.
Yep.
I was wondering where you were gonna go with that. If you were gonna go like something like a Serbian film or Faces of Death or something like
Oh,
that.
right now, for
You know, one
real.
of those, that's the devil's movie that'll hurt our kids. Don't ever watch this specific thing right here, where you could find right here. It's like, where? There? Yeah, don't look at this. This here, don't look at it. Well, let
This,
me
don't
look.
look at this. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That kind of
Right. Yeah. And obviously, like there are, Cannibal Holocaust, and there
no one
are
would have ever bothered
those.
playing friggin' Night Trap if it weren't for Joe Lieberman and other dipshit politicians talking about, oh, it's horribly violent, and everyone playing like, do I have the wrong game, or did you literally never play this or even look at it?
Well, I've
Easiest
yes.
thing
What
ever.
was the game? Was it Postal
That
with the
that
milk? The one that you played
oh, the
and
one that
you
I
didn't
did
have to
that was
kill anyone
Postal
because you're like,
2.
I just brought the milk home that I
Yeah,
was supposed to do.
to be fair, there is a lot of gore and nudity and scatological humor and gross stuff in the game. But the point I was making with that video is literally the plot of the game is go to the store, get some milk, like cash your paycheck at the bank and go home.
Yeah,
But the game allows you to, you don't have to
right.
cause any
Ruckus.
ruckus, you just can. It's an option to you. But the framing, it's like this game forces you to kill people. It's like, no, it doesn't. You can. And to be fair, the creators want you to because that's the way you engage with the world and that's fun. But um I thought it was funny. It's like, oh, let's see, go to the store, cash my paycheck, and get some milk. Oh, okay. And I do exactly that. And there's a sequence where I go to the bank and a robbery happens. I'm like, oh no. And there's a shootout, and I'm just standing there, and then it's over. I'm like, Okay, hi, I'm here to deposit my paycheck. And they just turn around and leave.
I love it. I love it so
Yep.
much.
Yeah,
Ah,
that one's called Postal 2, A Pacifist's Game. Uh, that video is like 12 or 13 years old at this point, but yeah, I was pretty proud of that one.
yeah,
Mainly, it was a vehicle for me to talk about violent video game legislation and
yeah,
what's wrong with it, at least at that time.
right,
So,
right.
anyway, let's see, where is the outro? Here's the outro. Today's episode may have come to an end, but we'll be back in a couple weeks with Kelly's mandated movie, Rust. If you'd like to watch it too, check out the description to see where it's currently streaming or available to rent. You know, I hear tell that YouTube suppresses videos that have hyperlinks in their video descriptions. So it might be the case that this podcast isn't reaching as many people because I'm linking to the Just Watch page so people can figure out where the hell to watch the movie.
That's
I
got to
have
be
no
it.
idea. I don't care. I don't do this for a living, but if this
That
is
has got to be it because we are like hilarious
yeah,
and
yeah. I mean,
very pleasing to listen to
that's right. We've
and
got
relatable.
we've got silken voices and complexions like a 20-year-old Barbara Streisand. So,
Right? Don't look at my nose at the moment or the fact.
um So, watch the movie Mandates on YouTube, listen to it in podcast form on iTunes. If you like the show, engage, watch, like, report. Yeah, report us. Sure, I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure there's a button to do that. Someone told me there's a hype button. I've never seen it, but if you find it, go ahead and hit the hype button. I'm sure it does something.
Raise
Just
the
like the
roof.
bell that people tell me they're not getting notified even though they're subscribed and they rung the bell. I don't know. I don't run YouTube. I just put videos there.
There you go.
Let's see. With that, I'm Andrew. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Andrew Eisen.
I'm Kelly. I'm at Pimento Olivia on Instagram. Yes.
We hope you've all enjoyed this episode of Movie Mandates. We'll be back soon with another mandated movie. Bye, everyone.